know David and Ela tell us about circumstances where they're likely to get impatient with each other and snap at each other, and how much social media might influence their married life. So, without further ado, hit the play button. We're going to be talking about little foxes in this interview, and these are the things that could or maybe can drive you apart. So, David and Ela, what are some of the things that could drive you apart, and what do you do to ensure that these things don't happen?
I think because we both work on quite stressful jobs, we come home from work sometimes and we're very tired, and I think that's something that really I can get quite cranky.
Okay.
And that happens, and sometimes I would say things that I would regret later on just because I'm just really tired, and
Sure.
And sometimes that has an effect on my husband. And
for me, it's very, very similar. I spend a lot of time on the roads with my job, hours of the day, and what can sometimes happen is that fatigue. I mean, driving is exhausting. Then I can sometimes get to the point where I get home and I'm so tired. I might be zoned into doing something, and even something very small. Like my wife might ask me to, or Ella might ask me to open a jar of pickles, and suddenly, just because it's interrupted what I was doing, suddenly I find my tension's rising, even though it wouldn't normally if I wasn't in that state.
But many people watch soap operas like Emmerdale or Neighbours. Or
We don't
things
even
of
know
that
which ones are the up-to-date
I
ones
don't even
that
know what are the
care.
most current ones. But do you think that TV or media has an effect on your life?
There are a lot of inaccuracies in the Hollywood media which do not portray the realities of life. There are things that, like for example, Hollywood would have you say that if a woman says no and I keep pursuing, eventually she will say yes. That is not real life.
No.
In real life, you'd probably be reported to the police
sure.
for behaviour of that sort, and the whole plethora of other intricacies of human relationships, even friendships.
Okay. Yeah, because these sitcoms, they're kind of a portrayal of life as it goes on and on.
us personally, I don't think, because we don't really watch a lot of soap operas or anything like that. We kind of watch like really boring shows like MasterChef or so.
It's not boring.
But then from what I could see, I know it's not boring for us, but what I could see, it gives young people, especially like an unrealistic view of what how relationships should be, and it's a really sad thing that they think that the standards that's being shown in these shows are the right standards, but they're not. They're appalling.
Well, there's a lot to take in from this interview, especially with regards to what you will permit or won't permit in your marriage. Next week, Judy and I will be talking about the importance of words matching up to your actions. Don't miss it. God bless, and I'll see you then.